Our next speaker is Varvara Ciobanu from the Technical University of Iași in Romania. She'll be talking on assessing TQM tools for introducing continuous quality improvement in apparel industry. I've been to the Technical University of Iași. Iași itself is a very beautiful town, and the university has an excellent reputation in the field of textiles. We all recognise the importance of TQM and continuous quality improvement, and it'd be interesting to see how models and systems of quality control developed in the United Kingdom can be transferred to the Romanian apparel industry.
Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to present you an article which is titled Assessing TQM Tools for Introducing Continuous Quality Improvement in Apparel Industry. The implementation of continuous quality improvement can be successful without using the appropriate methods, techniques, and instruments that I will be calling in this paper MTI-s, for quality improvement, quality management tools. Studies carried out in the last few years in Romania and the Republic of Moldova revealed that the weak culture within the companies can sustain the comprehensive change processes, like for example TQM implementation. Many clothing companies show their interest towards quality improvement, but they don't give it the highest priority. One of the main problems would be that the lack of both a strategic vision integrated throughout the system and a clearly defined mission statement leads to the confusion while TQM is introduced. Most Romanian clothing companies can be characterized by slow change processes. In many cases, the quality system is constrained to a very few activities like reworking and return of unsellable goods, lost orders, and clients. While the price of non-conformances reaches the level of 25–30% of the production costs, the quality system within clothing companies doesn't have the necessary tools in order to identify, quantify, and prevent these losses. Without generalizing, we can say that the studies demonstrate the needs of local clothing companies in regarding the assistance in implementation of their quality improvement tools, like methods, instruments, and techniques. In an attempt to solve this problem, a general benchmarking service was compiled concerning the best practices in quality improvement, on quality improvement matter, and increased performance indicators reached by the leaders in TQM field. In this paper, you will find a model, MTI-s model, which consists of 46 quality management methods, techniques, and instruments. This model was based on an extensive TQM literature review. The model was used to assess the organizational weaknesses and strengths regarding to the use of quality improvement tools. The survey that was conducted in UK was limited to those companies with that was certified by ISO 9000 and with a long TQM culture, more than 6 years. In order to guarantee that all the information was gained from the people that deal in their daily routine with quality assurance, the interview structure was as followed: 2 top-level managers, 2 middle-level managers, 6 production staff, and 2 quality assurance staff. 4 broad categories were asked during the interview regarding the organizational characteristics, their business performances, how many MTIs were used, and interviewers were asked to prioritize these tools in order of the importance. And of course, I asked all the interviewers about the details on the effect of MTI's implementation on business performances. In practice, the importance and frequency of MTIs aren't equal. Some tools are more important, some are less important for different employee groups, of course. Some, as you can see on this graph, some of the tools unfortunately can't read very well the name of different tools, but you will find it on a disk in a paper. And as you can see, some of the MTIs were used very frequently, between 79 and 100%, some of them less frequently, 40-69, and some of them still less frequently. It's very interesting to notice that the smallest score was for those methods, techniques, and instruments that usually are used for comprehensive processes, where the main objective is to establish the corrective actions. In the same time, it was interesting to analyze the evolution of quality tools model. According to the data we gained from the interviews and questionnaires, I divided all the MTIs in three main broad categories, depending on their order of introducing in their closing companies. So you can see that here the methods, techniques, and instruments that were introduced in the first stage, in the second stage, and in the third stage of the quality MTI life of the company. Yes. The information collected from the questionnaires and interviews with the people involved in the quality assurance activities were used for shows as well the trends of using all these quality improvement tools by different employee groups. For example, we have the frequency of using all the methods, techniques, and instruments in quality management by top management, by middle management, by production staff, and quality assurance staff. This information is very useful and can be used like guidelines while drawing up the training plans for introducing the MTI's application in clothing companies. Without generalizing about the way the quality assurance is undertaken in Romanian clothing companies, I can say that between 40 and 50% of the non-conformances are directly related to the poor design, weak technologies, and supplier processes. The production supervisors carry out all the testing and control activities. In an attempt to fulfill the quality objectives, quality systems should be developed and implemented by the company, and the main objective of this system would be to consider all the stages of the product life cycle. In the paper, I present MTI's integrated model for all the methods, techniques, and instruments which can be used in quality improvement. This model can be considered like a mechanism that will integrate all the activities, all the business activities. And this model takes into consideration all the needs and objectives for every stage of the product life cycle. And of course, the human factor was given the highest priority, and this is the element that should be taken into consideration and should be considered as soon as process of quality implementation begins. Thank you.
Thank you for...
It wasn't more than 10 minutes.
That's perfect timing. It's interesting to see the results of such a thorough piece of research, and even more interesting to see how that carries on in the future. Any questions?
Yeah,
Please, again, if you mind coming to the front. Sorry to trouble you.
So my voice is loud enough, it goes mild. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I, through you, ask Barbara, she knows that increasing number of Western companies are getting their garments stitched in Romania on commission basis. And these companies must be educating people over there to work to standards that are acceptable in the garments bought in the Western countries. The Romanians must be pretty well educated on the quality control methods that are adopted by the customers in the West. You are trying to help them on top of the help that they receive from the buyers. Surely there must be a pretty high standard they're working now. Could you comment on that, please?
Yes, this is the main reason why this piece of research was conducted, because it was something like a reply for the customer needs. Because as you have already told, a lot of companies from the West Europe, from America, placing their orders for stitching in Romania. So of course they are looking for very high quality standards. In order to meet it, the people should be trained. And that is why for a couple of last years, our university was, and not only our universities, many universities in Romania were placing the highest priority on TQM, on quality improvement and quality assurance, or on continuous quality improvement. And we are just trying to meet the needs of our local market. I mean, by introducing these special courses, not only for the students as well, but as well as for the workers. They can come to our university for, let's say, a 6 months course or 1 year course or 2 year courses, which will be, and on these courses a lot of different subjects, different lot of topics will be addressed, including quality management, including the new technology, the new technological processes, the new approaches for all the business, marketing and everything. Yes, so this is like a proof. I mean, since all the Western companies are still investing money and placing different orders, so it means they're happy.
Thank you. Any more questions? If you'd like to come to the microphone, please.
I wanted to ask a question. How implement integrated quality and safety as TQM, predictive TQM, especially we focus on human behavior. Thank you.
So I asked me how to implement the integrated model.
Yes, integrated tools. How implement approach safety and quality, especially quality and safety same coin.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we concentrate human behavior. Human behavior is a very important element.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. The human behavior is very, very important. That is why I said in my papers that the human factor should be the first element we should look at. The idea is that the model I presented in the paper, it consists of 46 different methods, techniques, and instruments. Some of them have a mean to improve the employee's behavior, and they mean to improve the mentality. They mean to introduce and to establish a new corporate culture, including all the employees from the company. For example, like focus groups, like team briefing, storyboards. There are plenty of just in time even. I mean, there are plenty of techniques and instruments that will help people from the company to understand the main idea. And that is why I'm showing the integrated model. It will give you a sort of idea or some ideas which route to follow. Of course, every company will be have to make a decision what is the best thing to do for this particular company. But this can be used like a guideline. For example, I have given some ideas for drawing up the training plans or training courses, the order of implementation, the order of introducing these quality instruments and methods and techniques into the clothing companies. So, I don't know if I answered the question.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.